Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still firmly pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this is going to be just an update on the Bangladesh earthquake that killed 5 people. Now, that number so far has remained the same, but the number of people who were injured has increased, just as I said I believe that it would. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read some of this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says at least 5 people have been killed, including 1 child, and more than 450 injured after a 5.5 magnitude earthquake hit Bangladesh. The epicenter of the earthquake was close to the Narsingdi district, about 30 kilometers from the capital Dhaka. People rushed from residential buildings as buildings shook and makeshift structures collapsed. At least 10 students were injured in a stampede as they tried to leave Dhaka University on Friday. It said, "We have never experienced an earthquake this powerful in the last 5 years," said the country's environmental advisor, Sayeda Rizwana Hassan. Yeah, so in the last lesson I did in regards to this earthquake, at that time they had said 100 people had been injured, and now it's jumped to 450. And this is what happens when the Lord sends, these earthquakes, these powerful earthquakes. A lot of people get injured, people get killed, buildings get damaged. It's a very chaotic and sad situation. Psalms 9:16, the Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, Hegayon Selah. And that's right. And that earthquake was from the Lord. That was the way that the Lord judged those people, was by sending a powerful, deadly, destructive earthquake upon them. And there's going to be many more earthquakes that cause destruction and death, seeing as we are living in the last days. And like it says in 2 Timothy 3:1, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And we are clearly in times full of danger. Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. And these are things that we're seeing take place all over the world. Earthquakes, storms and tempest and fires. And these are signs of the Heavenly Father visiting this world, visiting these countries, these islands, these cities, these towns, these neighborhoods, and these wicked people with whom he is angry with. Deuteronomy 32:39, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And through his judgments, the Lord does kill and wound people on a daily basis. And this earthquake that happened on Friday was just another example of that. First Samuel 2:6, the Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. And that's right. The Heavenly Father is the one who kills. He's the one who determines who's going to die and how they're going to die and where they're going to die and for what reason they're going to die. And he uses his spirits of vengeance to execute that judgment, because the Heavenly Father is not about to come down from the heavens and execute the judgment himself. He uses his spirits that are created to execute his judgments. Job 4:7, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? And the answer is nobody has perished being innocent, nor were the righteous ever cut off. So those 5 people so far that have died, they were not innocent in the eyes of the Lord. And that's why they got that ultimate judgment. Verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. Now, we don't know exactly what wickedness they were doing in the eyes of the Lord that warranted them, receiving such a judgment. But we do know that the Lord does not do wickedness. He doesn't execute unrighteous judgments. So those people, including that one child that perished, were wicked in the eyes of the Lord for whatever reasons that the Lord had for bringing that judgment upon them. Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse 2, a time to be born and a time to die, time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. And for those people, those 5 people, it was their time to die according to the will of the Lord. And that's why they're the ones who perished, but so many more only got injured. Luke 21:22, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. And that's why there are so many spirits of vengeance from the Lord being sent out to execute his judgments. That's why every day many people are being wounded and killed, and many great miseries are being unleashed upon these people. Because we're living in the days of vengeance. We're living in the last days, and the Lord is continuously pouring out his wrath upon this earth and upon these wicked people. And that wrath of the Lord is only going to intensify. And these judgments are only going to intensify. And a lot more people, wicked people, are going to get wounded and killed. And that's just how it is. James 4:9, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. And with the increase in the judgments of the Lord upon the earth, a lot more people are being afflicted and mourning and weeping. There's less and less people that are out here laughing and are joyful and are having a good time. Like I said, many great miseries are being daily brought upon these people. And like it says in Isaiah 48:22, there is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked. And there is no peace unto the wicked. It's just constant daily judgment, daily great miseries being sent upon them, because they have to reap what they've sown for provoking the Heavenly Father unto wrath with their continual wickedness. So whenever these devastating judgments happen, those of us of the hopeful elect have to keep in mind that the Lord would not have done that to those people if they weren't deserving of it in His eyes, if they were not wicked in His eyes. Them receiving that judgment was merely them reaping what they had sown. They provoked the Heavenly Father unto wrath, and they had to receive those sore strokes in return. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rakakudash. The Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith, and shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.